Hey y'all, it's Voluptuously Skinny, and this is my post-op week 138. I am currently 152, down from 370 pounds at my highest, and at 330 my surgery weight. My surgery was on 9/16 of 2015, and I've been maintaining almost a year now. It'll be a year like on June 4th. That's when I went down to like 150. I think I was like 153, I think, when I first went into my normal range for my goal weight. And y'all remember my goal weight initially was 150 to 154. Then it went down to 145 to 150, and now it's back up 150 to 155 or so. So anyway, I range in there. Right now I'm ranging between like 150 and 153 or so. Starting to get hot again, so I know as I keep running or what have you, that the weight may go down, so I have to make sure that I'm staying up on my hydration and staying up on my nutrients, which yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's been off. So anyway, one of the things that I've been thinking about is just the skin removal surgery. At my last weight loss support group meeting, the Dr. Caligari was there, and he talked about plastic surgery and what's considered, what things that you need to take in consideration. I didn't even take in consideration, I didn't know that, I told him that I've been using this cream on my stomach area, my navel, and up under my loose skin for the last probably 6 months or more. And I told him that sometimes when I don't have to use it every day, but whenever it starts to act up again, it feels like it's getting worse and worse with each time I use it. And he told me that because I'm using a steroid cream, that it's making my skin thinner and thinner in that area, and so that's why when it does react, it seems like it's reacting worse. And so he said that that is failure. I forget what word he used, but it was failure of medical intervention, something like that, and that I really needed to get something else prescribed because it's not good to use the steroids long term anyway like that on your skin. So I plan on doing that. I'm also, y'all, I'm really considering my options as far as my my breast and as far as my other skin, because now it's just all starting to bother me. It's just all starting to bother me. And so I've been looking at some options like Mexico and Tijuana and Puerto Rico, and just something that's affordable but that's safe. So I haven't seen many people, I've seen lots of people go over for their weight loss surgery and who have been really successful, but not so much with the plastic surgery, the skin removal. Let me know about that, y'all. I really, I just want to move on with everything, and I really want to get my body to a point where I'm happy with it all around. I think that once I can get that in gear, that maybe my mind kind of will follow too. That's one of the things that I'll be talking to my doctor about the next time that I go in to see her, are some just seriously thinking about going on some type of anxiety or antidepressant, just temporarily, because the reality is that I pretty much need it. So that's one of the things that I really need to talk to her about. And because where the running was doing it before, it's just not cutting it anymore. And I would have to run 1,000,000 miles in order to get that same high that I was getting when I initially started. I think it was because it was new and it was something that was challenging for my body. And it's just not something that that helps as much anymore. And so I will be talking to her about that. And also, trying to think of anything else. But yeah, seriously thinking about the plastics, just the skin removal, and especially my arms, but my arms, my stomach, and my thighs, and then getting the scar revisions done on my breast, and trying to move on. I took my MCAT last Saturday, and I think that I did pretty well. Um, no, I take that back. I think that I did pretty well on 2 sections of the 4. The test is so long, and I've just been so emotionally drained that that day I was having a hard time. I was struggling with the last 2 sections of that test, and so I have no idea how I did, honestly. I'm hoping for the best, and I will definitely keep y'all updated. And my next goal really is to talk to my doctor about getting something that can get my mind clear so I can get back on track. Because y'all, I haven't been able to work. I've been physically unable, and then mentally just, it's hard for me to even grocery shop. I don't know if I've even talked to y'all about this kind of stuff before. But it's hard for me to even go in the grocery store and grocery shop because it starts to feel like everything's caving in on me, and I always feel like I'm on the verge of tears. Even now, like, I feel like I'm on the verge of tears, and it just makes me just feel kind of, I don't know, like high strung, like my stomach is upset and my heart is racing, and just bad all around. And then even when I do get in social situations, like even when I go to these running these races, I enjoy those for the most part, and just being active, I think that it helps that it's people I don't know. But when I get home, I am so drained from not just running, but from having to interact in a way that you kind of hide everything else. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it is just it's draining. It is draining. And I used to always be kind of a social butterfly. I was Dion pretty much. And that never meets a stranger. And now I still don't think I meet a stranger, especially when it comes to the running community, but don't let me see somebody I know. If it's somebody I know, especially prior to any of my surgeries, especially prior to my breast surgery, that just freaks me out. Like, I don't want anybody asking me any questions. I don't want nobody talking to me about it. I don't want nobody to say anything, comment anything. And so that right there sends me in a tizzy. It sends my mind, it just escalates me. So anyway, y'all, those are some things that I've been thinking about, and some things that I hadn't really talked about too much, but just wanted to put it out there to you guys so you know kind of what I'm going through. Y'all kind of have seen it, but I don't know that I've actually really talked about some of the stuff that I experienced. Even just being the last 3 or 4 weeks, like, I don't leave my room. I'm just in my room. It's me in my room. My kids, you know, when they want something, they come in here. And it bothers them too. It really does. But I just have to work through it. So anyway, y'all, mental illness is it's crazy, and I think that people are more aware of it now, but I think that it's still not understood. One of my friends, her daughter is having a wedding, and I told her that I can't go. And she said, well, sit up front with me. And I told her, if I sit up front with you, then I'm definitely, that's going to be bad for me, because I won't be able to get out. It'll just be, I feel like all eyes are on me. And if I start to get, I don't know. I just told her that that's just not the best idea for me. But when I just ordered the gift and had it sent to her house, and I don't plan on going. I'm not going to the reception. I'm not going, but I definitely wanted her to know that I do support her in all of it. Because I love them. They're like my family, but I just cannot do it. I can't do it. My mom, she's been calling, and the few times that she had called me, like right after the letter and after I opened it, and she was trying to throw some ideas around, and I was telling her, I don't want to talk about it, Mom. I don't want to talk about it. And so now I just have been avoiding her calls and just avoiding most people's calls. And if you see the video and you know that I haven't answered your calls, I'm sorry. If I haven't called you back, that's why. I just don't want to talk about it. Okay. It's not that I don't love y'all. I just got a lot going on that I'm dealing with personally, and that I want to get beyond. And even so much beyond, I think maybe even beyond the breast surgery, it's just other things that I've developed over the last couple years as far as the depression and anxiety and stuff that I just need to get over. Like I said, there's still situations where I'll still try to be involved. Like I can run in the running group. That is no problem, because I don't have to talk about much. I just run. A lot of times you can just put your head down, you just put your earphones on, and you can run. You ain't got to fool with nobody too much. And everybody's looking nasty and dirty, and nobody's really, sweaty, and nobody's really looking at anything else that I could, imagine. I'm not. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting me. I have not gone back and read any of the comments. I need to. I will, though, at some point. So just bear with me. Continue to bear with me. Continue to love me. Continue to support me, just as I'm, continue to love y'all and support y'all from afar. There have been a couple people, too, that have emailed me or who have messaged me, and as it concerns weight loss. And I have been slow to respond, but I have been responding. There's still a couple of emails that are in queue that I haven't responded to, but I will. Just forgive me if I am slow to respond. But I will get to you. I promise that. I always get back. I don't think I've left anybody hanging that I know of. And if I have, I definitely apologize. And somehow your email or message slipped through the cracks. So anyway, I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out, babies. Mwah.